Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube live stream. I'm a little bit later than planned. And actually, I didn't plan doing this live stream tonight, but I decided to do it. I want to do at least 45 minutes to an hour, but we'll see how things go. We'll see how many people come on. I'll see how I feel, see how you guys feel. There's something really important I'm excited about teaching you today. And if you was on my last live stream, you'd have known that I'm in the process of writing a new book. The first book I've ever wrote. It's an ebook, and I'm excited to say it's going to be free as well for anyone that is interested in getting a copy of it. And like I said, I knew once I started writing it, everything would come out really natural and quick. And I think I'm close to finishing it because I could go on and on and on. So I'll tell you a little bit about the ebook, what it's about, why I decided to write it, and obviously the main question is what it can do for you, how it can help you, because that's really all people really care about in most cases. And then I'm going to talk about some things in this. Actually, such a coincidence that you just said that nobody's perfect, because I've literally just finished writing a chapter on conversation skills, and that's been one of my most favorite chapters, which has surprised me because usually I'm not that passionate about conversation skills. I'm more into facing fear, taking action, getting into state, being masculine, and I've kind of not neglected conversation part. Obviously, that's taught all throughout my YouTube channels, but I haven't emphasized it as much as the other parts, and I've realized it's really important. So I just want to say thanks for all you guys coming on to support. I know most of you now, which is great, and things are growing, and I know for sure that so many people are they're gonna be so happy when they read this ebook. It's gonna relate to all of you, and it's ultimately what I promised. I promised to give the teaching in the ebook, because a lot of people say, "Well, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you that," and you buy it or you get a free copy of the ebook, and you're like, "What's this? This is rubbish." They didn't even give me what they said. So I'm giving so much value. I'm writing this ebook as if I was getting paid £1 million to do it, because I really want to, I really want to help people and share the truth of them, with what got me great results with women and helped me to help so many of my students. So what I'm really going to cover in this live stream today is the mindset, and I've wrote a big chapter in the ebook about the mindset, and I've also explained that the mindset that you're in, or that you choose to put yourself in, is so much more important than the techniques of what you say to a woman, or how you stand, or what you wear. Not to say those things aren't important, of course they are, but the mindset it governs everything. So I thought of this earlier. I wanted to share it with you guys, see what you think. It's changed my life, actually. It's been a revelation and a realization. I've looked back on all the times I've been successful in my life, and I've also looked at all the times where I've failed or been depressed, things haven't worked out for me, or I've made myself suffer, and it's always been due to the mindset that I've put myself in. So what I've come to realize is the general normal mindset that most men are in is not good enough. I don't just mean that they feel, I mean, it's actually, it won't get you success. So the old mindset that I used to be in was, I don't want to be around people because I've got social anxiety, it's going to be too stressful, it's too frightening, it's too uncomfortable. That's a bad mindset to be in all the time. Another mindset is, I want to approach women, but I don't want to get rejected. I don't want to go through the hassle, and I don't want them to be upsetting me and making me angry and miserable. Terrible mindset to be in. Another mindset is, I want to make money, but at the same time, I'm not willing to spend money to, improve myself, do a course, and make more money. Terrible mindset to be in. Another terrible mindset is, I want to put stuff out on social media, but I really don't want people criticizing me. I don't want to get any hate. I don't want any problems. Awful mindset to be in. The successful mindset you've got to be in is when you're fully dedicated to what you want to achieve, and you accept all of the negative outcomes that inevitably are going to happen. You put yourself in a very strong position, so you're not in a weak place, because most of you, when I speak to you, you're in the total wrong mindset. I'm thinking in my head, of being straight with you, if you stay in this mindset, you ain't going to get results with women. You're not going to conquer your fears. You're not going to grow. You're just not gonna hit the spot. So in the ebook, I really explain that in great detail, and I explain why it's a negative to be in a bad mindset, and why it's so powerful to be in the right mindset, and how you can put yourself in that mindset anytime you want with personal discipline, courage, strength, and heart. So the mindset is a place. It's a place in your mind, and it's an emotional place, and it's so powerful. Uh, hey, Francesca, how you doing, my friend? Hey, Paulius. Hey, Nobody's Perfect. That's a great name. Again, hey, Backgam. Hey, Joe. How's it going? Hey, Paulius. Glad to have you guys on. So what I realized is, let me give you a mindset that I'm using this week. I'm doing a talk on Sunday. I've given hundreds of talks in the 8 years. It's a fearless event. It's an amazing live event that I do once a month in central London, where I coach a group of men and I make them do exercises that enable them to face fear, anxiety, and to gain confidence with women, with life, with people, success, business, anything. And leading up to the talk at the moment, my normal mindset will be, I don't want to do the talk. It's too scary. It's too difficult. I'm going to have to be in front of people and meet people and talk to them, and it's going to be too scary because my old anxieties, being socially anxious and shy and not wanting attention and not wanting to stutter or get embarrassed. That's my old mechanism. That wouldn't get me nowhere. The new mindset, the powerful mindset is, I can't wait to do the talk. I've fully accepted the suffering that is going to happen, and the good and the bad. And I really don't care if I get judged. I really don't care if I get socially anxious or awkward. I'm there to help people. I'm there to have fun. I'm there to teach. I'm there to be spontaneous. I'm there to learn and grow. That mindset changes everything for me. That basically doesn't take away all my fear, but it makes me more brave, more courageous. And then I'll go and do a great talk and help people and really enjoy it. So you choose the mindset that you put yourself in. And that's the same with going out and meeting attractive women on the street. When I look at it logically and I think back from where I started and where most of my clients that I coach on my 6 weeks program start, going out on the street and approaching beautiful women, that is a terrifying thing to do. Who wants to do that? Putting yourself in social situations where you feel nervous and awkward and you have to come up with things to say, that's like death. That's like jumping off a cliff. Who'd want to do that? That's normal human way of thinking. And at that level of thinking, nothing's possible. It's too frightening. It's too difficult. Why would you want to put yourself through suffering? The successful mindset is, I'm focused on the goal at hand. I want to get laid. I want to sleep with a beautiful woman. I want to get a girlfriend. Or I want to improve my relationships with women. I want to conquer this fear and anxiety. I want to get out of being depressed. And I'm going for it. And I'm strong. I'm a warrior. I accept everything that comes to me. Failure, pain, criticism, social judgment, embarrassment, social anxiety, approach anxiety, pain, failure. And I also accept success, because people have got a fear of success. All of you have it. We all have it. So that mindset's powerful. When you go in with that mindset, there's not that much fear, because you've already accepted it's terrifying. If you accept it's terrifying, it immediately you just become, I don't know, I can't get the word right. You just do it. You just do it, and you do it very well. And then once you do it well and you get proof and you get some success, it gives you even more confidence to go through. The same with going and swimming for me. I'm like, my normal mindset is, I don't want to go swimming. Do you think I want to go swimming in public with people watching me and judging me and looking at my body and looking at how I swim and being in the swimming pool with other human beings? I don't want to do that. I'm a shy person who's got social anxiety, who got bullied at school, who's embarrassed, who doesn't want to make eye contact. That's the old mindset. That's the insecurity. So I can't do it with that mindset. I have to adjust my mindset and go, I'm confident and courageous. I will do it. I can do it. Nothing's going to stop me. I don't care if they judge me. I care about that. All I care about is completing my goal, sitting in the suffering, growing, and having fun, enjoying the process, enjoying the unknown. That mindset, that's how I go swimming every week. And that's how I've been able to get in shape, lose weight, get fitter. So success is a mindset. I've realized that. And I didn't realize that years ago, because I achieved so much success. I forgot what it was like to struggle for many years, because I've got so much success. And then when I hit some challenges in my life, I was like, oh yeah, I remember. So I'm great. So it's all a mindset. Even getting laid, most of the mindset that you're in, you won't get laid, because the mindset is, it's not possible for me. I don't want to get rejected. And as soon as you say it's not possible for me, I don't want to be rejected, you're finished. Like, you're finished. That mindset is, you've just lost. You ain't going to get success. The mindset has to be, I'm okay with being rejected because I know that I'm going to get success, because failure always equals success. It's a numbers game. Everything I'm saying to you is so inspiring. I've written this in an ebook. So if any of you want to pre-book a copy, so you can guarantee, you should. This is how you do it. I'm going to give you the exact steps. Make it very simple for all of you. Because some of you might think, I want to get a copy of this, and it's free. There's no catches, and man, you ain't going to believe it when you read it. It's going to give you the full, honest truth with my whole experience of going out, meeting and attracting women in public on the street. And I explain in the ebook how approaching women on the street, it gives you confidence in every other aspect of life. It is a personal development avenue. Anyway, I'm getting passionate. So here's the link to my website. I'll put it here. All you need to do is click the link. The landing page will come up with my site. There'll be a video of me. There's a box. Put your email in. Obviously, I haven't updated it yet for the ebook because I haven't finished the ebook. Close to finishing it. It will be done in by the end of the month, maybe 3 weeks' time. It'll be available. Sign up now, your email, because as soon as it's out, I'm going to email you and give you a copy straight away. And I'm going to notify you on some tips, strategies, mindsets that are going to get you successful women. So get on my mailing list. You're going to get all that. And you're welcome to come this Sunday as well to my free talk in London. It's going to be in St. James's Park, or it's called a Fearless event. It's all about facing fear, building confidence with women, with life, and having some fun along the way. So all of you can just change your mindset, and it takes practice, it takes discipline, because naturally your fears and insecurities are going to want to pull you back again, because naturally people want to be comfortable. So when you're in the fearless mindset, when you're in the courageous mindset or successful mindset, you're not scared to be scared. You almost can handle any pain, any rejection, and you're open for success, and you get it. So you put yourself in a different state of consciousness by choosing to think differently, choosing to be brave. Most people don't pull the trigger in their life. They come to just the edge of fear or the start of it, and they go, oh, I can't do it, it's too scary. I can't go and meet new people, it's too scary, my social anxiety. Oh, I can't go up to that girl on the street, it's going to be embarrassing. What if I run out of things to say? What if I get awkward, she turns me down? I can't live with that, can't live with myself. This is a coward, you know. So it's changing that and just throwing yourself in. And then the more you do it, the easier it gets. I explain this in the ebook. The more you face fear, the easier it gets, the more confidence you gain, and the less fearful you become. So it's really important. That's really good that you did approaches back then, got some of them well done. It's all about taking action. So let me know if any of you are interested in this new ebook that I'm writing, which so far is titled How to Conquer Your Anxiety with Talking to Women on the Street, and how to get the results that you want. Because the results that you want could be a bit different to what I want or another guy. But somewhere along the lines, it's going to be sleeping with a woman, getting a girlfriend, getting on dates, getting numbers, and getting good at actually doing it. It will be one of those things, or if not all of them. So let me know if you, great. So make sure you sign up to the newsletter, Porteous. You can do it now, it takes 10 seconds. So then you're going to get notified as it's coming out. And that's why I'm making these live streams, because I'm talking about chapters that I'm currently writing now, and I'm getting really inspired myself, because I never realized how much that I knew, how much success that I've got students. I never, until I started writing it, it's like a therapy. All these things, a lot more teaching comes out, and I'm really enjoying writing. Actually, I was putting off for a long time. So it's really important. You can just change your mindset, teach yourself to face fear, to be able to handle anything. Yeah, we're going to break records. I talk about in the ebook as well, it's really, really important to set goals, because that's what gives you happiness and satisfaction, and it will keep you motivated to keep going as well. So very important. Let's have a look here, some more things to touch on. I've literally today, I started writing about 2 p.m. and I've been writing the whole day. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've been writing for 6 hours today straight. Now, if I thought about writing 6 hours, my mind would go, it's too long, it's going to be boring. I just got into it and it's gone so quick. So all about mindset, man. You know, before conversation skills and what to say and this and that. If you're not in the right mindset, then it's pretty much impossible to achieve anything of any significance or any real value. So Got to work on the mind. Body follows the mind. You've got to consciously program your mind to what you want to do and to have the discipline to not let your fears and insecurities hold you back when you want to go forward in your life. Any questions, fire ahead. Big plan. There's no big plan in terms of marriage or staying single. My plan is to continue to teach, to do what I love, to face fears and just to live every day in peace and harmony as much as I can. So those are the goals for now. And my goal at the moment, my big plan is writing this free ebook and getting it out and reaching out to as many guys as I can, which is why I want to get as many people on my mailing list so they can get a copy of this, because it is the literal Johnny Berba blueprint on how to meet and attract and successfully date beautiful women from the street. And it's also a personal development guide for men. If you are interested in booking coaching with me or a weekend, then please email me. All business is done via email, because I want to keep these live streams, without hard selling at all. I don't need to hard sell. So here's the email address. I just want to continue giving a lot of value in these live streams and helping people with teaching the things that I've learned that have been really helpful for me, and not just for me, for hundreds of people I've coached in the 8 years. I've been teaching for so long now, it's almost a decade. So I've got a lot of experience, and I'm guessing now in 2019, I would say I'll probably be doing the first free ebook, then I'll probably do a paid version, which will be something different, and then another, maybe an actual biography or book. So I'll be writing quite a lot of books this year, and also probably making another digital online product, because I've got so much experience now. I need to put out some products, because I can't teach. I can only teach so many people in person. I only have so much time and energy, but if I get books out, then I can, like my mentor said, duplicate my teaching myself and teach people when I'm asleep. Even though I do that already, teach, get the message out to more people. And the book will be a great way of doing that, because I know that people they like reading books. Yeah, that's why I explain this, Jeremy, in the book. I talk about the importance of being able to make a woman feel comfortable, and how that it's not as important as to what you say, but how you feel about what you're saying and how you make the girl feel. Most of this is about learning how to make women feel good in your presence, comfortable. The book explains that, the ebook. And I break down into details in the book, and I give examples. I talk about like the first step, which is the mindset, then the second step, which is asking. So getting you in the habit of having the courage to actually ask for what you want, and not be afraid of being rejected. It's the asking, it's the movement of asking that creates success. Talk about the importance of getting into state, which is getting into a better mindset. So you can be in a terrible state at the start. You can feel negative. You can feel socially anxious. I get there myself. But you can get out of it. You can get into feeling socially relaxed and confident and outgoing by practicing the maneuvers and the techniques that I give in the free ebook. And I've been giving through all the YouTube videos. Now, the difference between the ebook and the YouTube videos is that I'm breaking things down in greater detail. Yeah, the way you get out of your head when talking to women is you work on yourself. You go to the gym, you watch some positive stuff, you do things that make you feel good. So it's all about feel good factor. Most of success is feeling good and being in a good state. Yeah, and I'm saying sign up now because you're going to get a lot of tips leading up to the release of the book. And if you don't sign up now, you might miss out and get the book later. Plus, I don't know how long the book's going to be out. if it does really well, which I think it will, because I've already had a lot of people signing up. People have been asking me for a book for years now, and I get asked all the time. So I might decide to, the book might not be out forever. It might be out forever. I'll see how it goes. So get on the list now, pre-order it, and then you're guaranteed to get it. And I will also release some material prior to the book coming out, which is what I'm kind of doing now, a bit of a taster session in this live stream. I'm giving you some things from the book. Let me just have a look now and take a chapter out and give you guys some insight to what's in the ebook. Okay, so there's a chapter in it called Conversation Skills, and I go through all the different aspects of conversation skills. So I explain at the start in this chapter, because I know a lot of you want to improve the conversation skills of women and people. I explain at the start that there's a big emphasis on, a lot of dating advice that says you shouldn't ask a girl questions, or because it's boring and it goes into an interview mode. And I challenge that and say that's actually not true. There's some truth in it. If you keep asking question after question, could be boring and go into an interview. But if you don't ask questions, you won't get anywhere, because questions have got me laid. Asking questions have built me a big business. I'm asking questions now. It's asking questions from the right place. And I give some examples, keeping it simple. So just the question of saying, so where are you from? Where did you grow up? Like that simple question will get a girl invested in you. Yep, there's a posh hotel. It will get a girl invested in you. And when you ask someone a question, they have to think. So it gives you some time. So instead of trying to oh, how the weekend's great, isn't the weather? No. So where'd you grow up? Where you're from? And a girl will say, I grew up in Russia. To which you can respond and say, okay, how does Russia compare to the States, America, or New York? Or how does Moscow compare to London? You respond with another question, and then she'll say, well, in Russia it's like this, it's like that, but London is like this and like that. So she's invested. You've got her talking to you. And then there's another technique that I teach, which is something that I like to do, which is when you spontaneously just change the subject. I do it all the time, and I'm talking to you guys unconsciously. It's natural. So then you'll change the subject and say, let me ask you a question. What are you passionate about in your life? So you've gone from where are you from? She's responding, telling you what's the difference between where you're from in London or Russia or anywhere. She's responding now, you're saying what you're passionate about. And a woman will answer in these are some of the, there's only so many ways she can answer. In my experience, 13 years of going out approaching women and successfully doing it and failing too and teaching for 8 years, when you say to a woman what you're passionate about, there's only so many responses she can give. Some of the responses will be, what am I passionate about? Oh, I don't know what I'm passionate about. Then you can respond to that. You can challenge her. You can tease her. You can say, how can you not know what you're passionate about in your life? Like, you must be passionate about something. So when you challenge her, it makes her know that you're a man. Another woman could say, I'm passionate about singing. Now you've got a hook. She's just told you what she's passionate about. So you've got all the information you need. Once you know what a person is passionate about, you can pretty much, you can know a lot about the person. So you guys know what I'm passionate about, and I know what you're passionate about. I'm passionate about women. I'm passionate about personal development. I'm passionate about connecting with connecting with fears, connecting with people. And I'm passionate about facing fears and growing. And you guys, most of you guys know that I love boxing, and I know what you guys are passionate about. That's why you're here. So we have a connection. So in the same way, when you're talking to a girl, you need to establish a connection by understanding what is she passionate about. Do you share the same passions with her? Look at the material, man. How much value do you guys want? This is incredible. This ebook. It's full of amazing insight. And this is only a snippet what I just gave you. I can give you more. Let me go back and get some more notes out. So that's one powerful part. And if you watch my YouTube videos, you'll notice that I do all these things. So you can check it. It's congruent. So everything I write in the ebook, I go out and use myself and get success. I tested it, and I taught hundreds of students. All the guys who did the 6-week transformation program, they all use these principles and get great results. And I explain in Conversation Skills, chapter of the free ebook, that you don't want to copy me. You want to be authentic to you, but the principles are the same. And there's another key important thing about conversation skills, listening skills. Your ability to shut your mouth, stop speaking, be quiet, and listen to what the girl's saying. Your ability to pause. Your ability to also slow down in the conversation. I'm showing you now. Talk slower, more clearer. that makes a conversation better, and your ability to sometimes know when to speed up, talk faster, be more passionate. So all of these skills I'm teaching you step by step in the free ebook and outlining it. It's massive value. So you're getting so much. Yeah, two ears, one mouth, exactly. And it emphasizes in the book the main essence that will gets you results is practice. It's all practice. Conversation skills, you practice it more. You strengthen your weaknesses by practicing them. So there's that side of it. And there's a lot more in the book. I give my backstory as well. Talk about I come from a very dark place of social anxiety, of low self-esteem, very insecure woman, was a jealous guy to start with, was a virgin till 21, didn't start really getting on dates and getting laid till my later 20s, and then really succeeded in sort of latter 20s, early 30s, really took it to another level. So, I've got the proof, I've got the results in my life, I know what it takes, and all of the teaching. And it's quite a good read as well. I'm a very good writer. The only thing is, well, it doesn't matter about spelling because there's a spell check on Word. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying reading my own writing because it's all true. It's very interesting, and it's a combination of things that I've learned and things I've learned from women. But it always comes back to a mindset, and it gives you the exact steps to take. I do the same in the 30-day online anxiety program. So step one is the mindset. So that's the first step before you go out. Step two is approaching 15 to 30 women in 2-3 hours, getting in state. Step two. Once you've done that, you got into state. There's step three, and there's asking. And you ask women out. You dare yourself to do it. You practice saying, "Listen, I've enjoyed talking to you. I would like to grab a drink with you sometime and invite you out. How's that sound?" And it gives you all these examples. So it literally it guides you through all the baby steps that you need. So it's great. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of enthusiasm and insight to what you can expect with my new free book. Definitely get on the mailing list so you can get it as soon as it comes out, and you can get some tips as well along the way. So yeah, you just go to my website and there's a landing page. You put your email in, and when you put your email in today, you're going to get a free video course as well that I've done, where I demonstrate how to overcome anxiety and approach women. So yeah, it's just a mindset success. Believe me, all the successful people that you see, you think that they're so different to you or special, and in some ways they are, but no one's better than anyone. They've just gone out and faced the fears and changed their mindset and developed more intelligence and expanded their consciousness and gained more success and went through more failures. That's how you do it. Yeah. And most of it's going through experiences. So it covers a lot in there as well. I'm still writing more stuff as well. I'm going to go into other things, and if there's any other things that you guys want me to talk about and write about in the ebook, then let me know now, because I can add it, because I'm still in the process of writing it. I can make changes and edit it, but I've got the main gist of it on paper, the main truth, the steps that you need to take, what it takes. I also talk about the sort of time that you need to spend, because guys sort of say, how long will it take me to get good? I explain that. So if there's anything that you want me to cover in the book that you'd like me to talk about, leave a comment here and then I'll make a note and I'll add it into the ebook, so it can be even more powerful and give you what you want and what you need. So just waiting on some questions as well, and I'm happy to answer some questions now for you. Good evening from Austria. How you doing, man? Welcome. I've just been talking about, I'm excited about my new book that's coming out. It's free. It's a new ebook. It's all about how to conquer anxiety and talking to women on the street and get results. And I was talking about a chapter that I wrote from the ebook, which is about the mindset, putting yourself in a particular mindset to gain success, to be completely resilient to fear, to pain, to rejection, to social judgment. It's such a strong, powerful place, like a samurai that it surrenders that he's dead. He succumbs to the fact that he's dead already, because he has to go out and be a servant. to his master to go out and have that into battle. And it's a bit like that going out and meeting women. You're not, you're going to war with your own fears. You're going to battle. You're facing your terrifying emotions. You're growing, and on very real practical terms, that's what you're doing. You're becoming a warrior. It's amazing. How to overcome critical voices in the head. Good man. Okay, let me make a note. I'm going to actually write a chapter on that in the ebook. Even though I do talk about that, Paulius, in the introduction, where I share my story. I relate it to other guys. What is it like for typically socially anxious, paranoid guy was, got a lot of anxieties and fears of relating to women and people. But I'll actually make a chapter. So thanks. So you've just added a chapter of the book, which is great. So I'm writing this, and you guys are helping me to write it. So let me just make a note. How to overcome. I'm actually going to use that exact title in the chapters. I'm going to add that now to the book. How cool is it now? We're literally writing the book together. That's awesome. Hold on a sec, guys. Writing it in. So how? I've just lost it. Okay, how to overcome critical voices in your head. I'm just adding this to the page I was writing on. A sec, guys. Keep your questions coming. Okay, mission complete. I just added that to chapter 4 because I'm breaking down. Not chapter, steps. Step 4. I'm going giving you each step that you need to take and implement with going out and meeting women. Well, I've just gave you a solution. I've spoken about this week in, week out. I mean, feeling bad is something that you've got to learn to change yourself. No one can do that for you. You've got to take responsibility because you're human. Everyone feels bad from time to time, or so you've got to learn to change your emotions by doing something about it, taking action. Instead of if you just complain but you don't do anything, nothing will change. It will just get worse. So you need personal responsibility. So go and explore your fears, and then you'll feel better. Always feel better after you face a fear. And I talk a lot in the ebook about strength, that women are innately attracted to strong men. Not men who've got necessarily big biceps and you can bench press big weights. It's not the type of strength I'm talking about. It's more emotional and mental strength that they're attracted to. And that's something that any man can develop and build. So it's not something one has, one doesn't. Some people have it naturally more than others. But if you're lacking in something, and if you work harder than the next person, not that it's a competition, but if you prefer it to be that way, if that motivates you, then you train more. So I trained harder than anyone I knew when I first started going out. There was no one I knew in anywhere that was working harder than I was of going out and pushing women, which is why I got to where I got to very fast and achieved global success in all areas of my life. So hard work is everything. But if you feel bad after taking action, maybe you have to get a therapist then. If it's that bad, Go to a therapist, go to a doctor. You've got psychological problems that are that deep rooted. But generally, you should feel good for going out, because you're not doing anything bad as long as you're being respectful and honest, not being abusive to anyone. And there's no reason why you should really feel bad, unless you have some issues that are underlining the. Well, man, you can't keep complaining, man. I mean, everything you're complaining about, what can you do? Well, look, this is the thing with people that I get frustrated with. Like I said in my last thing, if you keep complaining, no one cares. What are you going to do about it? You know, you have to wait for a therapist. What can you do? And it doesn't take that long if you're really serious. You need to do something. Otherwise, I can't help you. That's what I want to mention in the book, that no one could really help you other than yourself. A teacher can only guide you and give you some instruction. But if you haven't got the discipline and the will to go and implement it, then you can't help you. I can't help a man who doesn't want to help himself. That's something my father taught me. It's true. So it's your problem. You have to solve it. You know, I don't make excuses for today turning up. I didn't feel particularly like doing a live stream, being that I've been working every day, working hard. I've been writing for 6 hours today, but I dedicate myself and discipline myself to doing it when I don't feel like it. And then I do feel like it, and then I grow. So you've got to have discipline and dedication. You've got to be able to lift yourself out of negative places. It's your responsibility. No one can do that for you. A woman's not going to do that. Even your therapist can't really do that to a certain extent. Only you can do that, which is empowering because you've got the power to change it. And a woman certainly ain't going to do that for you. Yeah, so like I said, success is a mindset. You've got to change your mindset from where you're currently in, because where you're in, if it's not working for you, that tells you immediately your mindset's wrong. Thinking creates everything, and your habits, your practices, what you do on a daily basis, the little micro movements, they all add up eventually, you know. So it's all about taking action and never quitting through pain, through fear, making no excuses. We all have bad days. We have days where we get challenged. We all have days where we doubt ourselves. We have people that make life difficult for us. But it's about being strong, picking yourself up, not being a victim, not being a crybaby, and moving forward. You know? You know. So yeah, the book, you know, it's not only a guide on how to, you know, meet women from the street and attract them. It is that, but it's a lot more than that. It's basically a guide on how to be a man. It gives you the principles: how to be masculine, how to be a leader, how to be confident, how to be honest, how to be integral, how to, you know, basically how to treat people with respect. It's there's a lot of principles and good ethics that are in the book, that I've embodied and I've teached and I've learned along the way. It's phenomenal, brilliant. I'm getting value from writing it, reading it myself. It's inspiring me because these are such hard-earned truths that I went out and got and proved they work. They get great results with women. And in any area of life, there's a chapter where I explain how it is a personal development, whether you realize it or not. It helps, like, I'll just, because maybe you don't know this will help a lot of you if you really want to grow, if you're serious. I only gained the confidence to do public speaking because of the confidence I gained approaching women on the street. And then when I got a girlfriend from the street and had a great sex life and was in love, I had the confidence to then go out and, you know, take on the whole world and become globally successful and teach boot camp, teach one-on-one, mentor people from all around the world, from the United States of America, from Brazil, from Portugal, from England, from Ireland, from Holland, from Germany, from Austria, Africa, Asia, all around the world. Guys have come over and flown over to book my boot camp or 6 week program, and I would never have made that a reality if I didn't first go out and approach women on the street. So this is an avenue to change, to human transformation. Hey, how you doing, guys? Great, good to have you on. So focus is key, and every single day, like every day that you do good and you work hard and you practice, it makes the next day better. And then, like I said on my last live stream, the one before, you start building momentum, and momentum has a life force of its own. It's like having a personal angel with your strength, a teacher that makes you do things that you didn't know were possible. And you never really know what's possible until you do it. I'll say that again, it's poetic. You never really know what is possible until you do it. My next event is this Sunday. This Sunday, you can come along. There's a lot coming. My Fearless event. If anyone wants to come to my event this Sunday, it's free in London. Here's the address: johnnyberba88@gmail.com. And if you want to get mentorship or 6-week program or coaching or do a weekend boot camp, that's my email address. Get in touch. So yeah, I'm very excited as I'm writing this book, and I think this is going to be a big success. I strongly believe it, because the book is so enlightening, so honest. It's got everything in there. It's leaving no stone unturned. Cheers, Lee. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the book's really writing itself, to be honest. These are the best sort of creative things that I've done when it just comes out itself. I just sort of initiate the book and then it comes out. How important is Christianity in my life? I'd say it's quite important. I would say I'd say that the sort of foundation is important. Like the principles, the values and stuff, but not hardcore. Reading the Bible every day and preaching on people. I feel that's not my calling. But yeah, there's the ethics that I was brought up with. Okay, that's all right. If you can't make it in London, then you've made a live stream. So this is the next best thing. Hey Amira, how you doing? Okay, that's kind of you. Give me advice on ruminating about never being enough in life. I'd say that question always comes back to, I spoke about this on one of my last live streams. First of all, it's human. Everyone has that inner voice of not being good enough because of experience and things in childhood and just conditioning and comparing yourself to other people. I'd say the only way that I really can tell you to get out of that, which is what I've done, is by challenging yourself and facing your fears and fulfilling your own potential in your life, whatever that may be. So write a list down of all the things that are frightening you, or making you feel fearful. And you'll probably find within that list things that you're very good at, things that you're meant to do. So you have to connect to your own purpose, your own calling in life. For me personally, it was what I'm doing now, teaching and coaching people and inspiring people to be courageous in their life and to take action. So that's the best advice I can give you at this moment in time. It definitely works, but you have to apply it. Like I said earlier, if you just come into this live stream, success is a mindset. It's a certain mindset that you put you in. It's not a normal mindset. It's a mindset that most people will not be able to relate to you. And most people think you're weird. People think I'm weird. It's a different way of thinking. To do amazing things, you have to think different to the average person. It's not putting people down or judging people. It's just pointing out the truth. People can choose to be in a certain mindset. If you feel so much anxiety around people, you've got to get around people. You've got to get around people more often so you can become. I talk about this in my free ebook. You should definitely subscribe to my newsletter now of your email, and you'll get a copy when this ebook comes out in the next couple of weeks. It's almost finished. I talk about desensitization through exposure. The more you practice around people, the less anxiety you feel. The more you run from people, the more you avoid social situations, the bigger the anxiety. Thanks, Mahir. I've just been swimming a lot, and I've been swimming a lot, showering a lot, washing my hair, conditioning it, and I've cut it shorter, so that's probably why it looks better. Thank you. But to be honest, this sounds crazy. The more you do good, the more you face fear and work on yourself, the better you look physically and outside. Tyson Fury again, look how much he got criticised. Everyone loves him. He's one of my inspirations. You've got to be different. You have to be different to be you, not be what you think everyone wants you to be. You're welcome. To answer your question, good mythical MG2, from what I heard, you need to connect with the right woman, because the right woman will not make you feel alienated, and you won't make her feel like that. But unfortunately, men and women, a lot of people today are hard to get through because they're conditioned. All they do is watch the news, negativity, X Factor, and they're just in a certain limited way of thinking. But you can break out of that. So work on yourself, and you won't feel so alienated. And get around a community of people like what you're doing now, that think like you, that want to improve, and then that will really help you to take that away. Go out and approach lots of women and find the right one. And don't listen to the inner negativity, the inner conversations, the insecurities, the fears, the voices. Challenge them. That's what my whole teaching's been about in my life. I talk about that in my ebook, that I'm not some perfect teacher. I've got lots of flaws, like you guys or girls. I've got lots of insecurities, but I challenge them. I develop confidence through personal discipline and taking practical action. I had all those voices growing up. I still get them from time to time. I'm not good enough. I'm not ready yet. I don't have the skills. I don't deserve it. It's not going to work out for me. I wasn't brought up in the right area. I'm messed up. I'm this, I'm that, all this stuff. But I just choose to not listen to it. Focus on, I am good enough. I can do it. And then I go and do it. And then you get the proof that you are good enough. I think the more open you are, the more you will attract the right woman and the right people. But that requires some effort, you know? And that always requires facing your fears, challenging yourself. The main key thing that I'm learning at the moment with successful people and myself, and if you want to achieve more success in your life, especially with women, you've got to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Can you sit in certain social situations whilst being uncomfortable and a bit nervous, but manage it, control it, and be strong and still perform and be yourself and do what you want to do? Because there's going to be resistance many times trying to stop you from doing what you want to do. And in the midst, when you're doing it in the middle of the storm, a lot of pain and suffering. But once you get through that, then the peace and the confidence and the joy comes. I mean, what I'm doing now I can't believe what I'm doing now. I'm doing a live YouTube stream, speaking out loud in a fancy, posh hotel where there's people everywhere. There's singing going on, and I'm just being me. Look, comfortable. I couldn't do this in my old mindset. Wouldn't even be able to walk into a building, let alone go and get coffee in Starbucks. Too much social anxiety and insecurity and paranoia, low self-esteem. I practiced. I challenged myself. 3 or 4 years practicing, going to the best places I can go in London, different environments, and then being comfortable, how to find your life purpose. I've just said it, man. I've just been saying it for the last hour, man. The guy's got to listen carefully or listen more. You've got to face your fears, man. If you don't face your fear, you ain't going to find your purpose. Your purpose isn't in your bedroom. Your purpose isn't in where you're comfortable. Your purpose is way in the depths of terror and anxiety and suffering, and it's in those places. Can you be brave and walk into those rooms to go and get it and find it and connect to it? If not, you won't find it. I'm giving the brutal truth here, because all the other stuff don't work. It's just too, it's just not, it doesn't work. It's not helpful. So, you know, you have to suffer a lot to get success. You're suffering anyway, because you're not successful in your life, you don't feel it. So why not direct the suffering into something positive? How would I react? I don't know. I'd have to be in that situation to know how I'd react. Now I've only been telling you based on what I think I might do, but I can tell you how I've reacted in the past and stuff like that. I've obviously felt the pain and the anxiety and the disappointment of the girl potentially losing interest for me. But like I've said about failure and success and learning, I've always been able to bounce back from that and say, okay, if it's that strong, I'll tell her, go, you're free, go with that guy, and I'll hit the streets, go and meet another woman. And I'll say that positively, in a positive way. So I'll also recognize, Pete, that you've got choice. You're a great guy, and I'm sure she's a great woman. But if she's that fixated on her ex, you can go out and meet someone else. If you conquer your fear and connect to your potential, which is all about taking action, then maybe she'll be more inclined to change her mind. If she sees that you're going to kick ass, if a woman sees that a man is in his potential, she will not want to let you go. Believe me. But if she sees that you're insecure too much, and you're lacking courage, and you're negative, and you're making excuses and not being a man, she's going to leave you. That's how women are. I'm sorry to say it, whether you think that's right, wrong, or indifferent. That's how they're hardwired. They're hardwired to be with a man who can provide for them, who can take care of them emotionally, all the sexually, emotionally, financially. It's the truth. So if you can come to accept that, then you won't have a problem. In the end, anyway, what I've come to realize about success, at some point you can't dodge it. Everyone's going to suffer. Everyone's going to get heartbroken. Everyone is going to get depressed at some point. I'm sorry to be so, it's just honest. But you're going to have a lot of happiness in your life. You're going to have tremendous highs, and you're going to meet some great people along the way. But this is the business of life. And as Les Brown says, no one gets out of life alive. If you're trying to hide, see, that's what a lot of cowards do. This is the way that people think, how they act. They avoid the fears, and they avoid being rejected. They avoid being judged. But in the avoidance part, you suffer so much. So you need to be a warrior and go into the suffering. And instead of running from it, you change. Like you're running from a monster. The fear is chasing you your whole life. I don't want to. I'm running. I'm scared of the monster. I'm running. And hold on a minute. Who am I running from? I want to chase the monster. You start chasing the fear, and then the fear falls apart because you stand up to it. The book that I recommend is getting my new free ebook, which is covering all of this. And the ebook's going to be out in about 3 weeks' time. And the way you can get that ebook is by simply go into my website. I'll just give you the link here. It's free, the ebook. It's going to be, I think, one of the best books ever written on personal development and learning how to meet women. If people think that's arrogant, I just believe in myself, and I know what I'm teaching works. So, sorry, I've wrote the wrong link. So let me give you a link to my site. If you pre-book it now and join my mailing list, you're going to get notified as soon as the ebook comes out. And I'm going to let you know like a couple of days in advance. And I'm in the midst of writing now. I'm almost finished, and it covers completely how to overcome insecurities and become confident. It's all about that. So get on the newsletter, guys, so you can pre-book this ebook that's going to change your life. Changed my life. That's why I'm here. I'm here today because of what I'm writing in the ebook, what I learned, principles, and that's what enabled me to reach the whole world, especially men that are suffering with anxiety and can't get results for women or struggling. It will help you massively. And it's as much as a man's guide to personal development as it is to a man's guide to meet attractive women from the street, because I explain in the ebook how the principles are the same. The principles for going out and approaching women and conquering the fears and going through the challenges and getting the results, learning how to ask a woman out. Most men are scared to do that. They don't exercise their courage. They're scared to verbalize, just to be honest with women, just to say it. I think you're interested. Let's go for a drink. They're terrified of doing that. They won't do that. And then that one fear that they can't overcome in their life, that affects every other aspect of their life. That means they won't be able to make money. They won't be able to get on the phone or sell and say, I've got this amazing product. It can help you to change your life. Are you interested? The person says, yes. How much does it cost? It costs X, Y, Z. Let's move forward. Do you want to buy it? Yes or no? Simple skills that I learned. But they're simple, but they're invaluable. They change your life. So the book I wrote will actually help you to make more money in business, because the skills are transferable. And if any of you are wondering what transferable skills are, clue is in the title. There's skills and transferable confidence that you can transfer into different areas. So dating and pickup, that's a different area to business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. But I've been able to be successful and master both. Health and fitness, that's another different area, but the same principles enable me to master that as well, to get the mindset to train and lose weight and get into shape. So they're all different places, but the same tools are required to achieve and master these different areas of your life. So if you're interested in not just mastering the art of meeting and attracting people on the street, but learning how to master any area, social media, mastering how to do a live stream. How do I get loads of people to listen to me? How do I get people to invest, to stay on? How to get viral videos? The same principles I'm teaching in the free ebook. It's all there. It's there. It's plain. All there. It's plain for everyone to see. It's fully open, and if you read it and go and apply it, you can get those results yourself. Definitely. So mindset, state, action. Get into a certain mindset. That mindset puts you into a state. There's no longer fear in this state. There's no anxiety. There's no doubt. There's no worry. Boom! You're just so focused, like you're playing a video game. You forget the time. You're so absorbed in what you're doing. You're so present to that thing you're doing. That's the state I'd get into when I attract beautiful women on the street. It would be so easy from that state. It's difficult for a lot of people to get in that state. Once you're in that state, it's very easy to attract women in because it's such a positive, powerful masculine energy. They're drawn to it because most men don't exude that energy because they're in the negative state. They're in the fearful state. They're closed-minded. They don't want to give. So it's a very open, giving state. And this connects to the fucking way the universe works. Yeah, I hope that can give you some leeway, Pete. Obviously, be optimistic. Maybe it doesn't mean it's over with you in the scale, but if you sense that it could be over, or you're being put second to someone else, go out and create another relationship for yourself. If you could create one, you can create another. A lot of people forget that. That's happened to me sometimes. We create success in our life, and then we get fearful that we're going to lose it, but we don't realize we can create it again and again and again. Same with money. If you made money and you lost it, you can create money again. If you met a woman and got laid and got a relationship and that falls apart, you can create that again. Anything, we're creative people, so being creative adds massive value to you, to all of us, to everyone. But I think today people are very, very lazy, this generation. Not like, if I said, most people, I guarantee, like, you want the teaching that I'm offering and you want to get the results that I've got on my student. But if I say sign up to my newsletter, people are like, oh, I can't be bothered. I can't bother to click the link. I can't bother to go on the newsletter. I don't want hassle. I don't want them emailing me. It's like, it's that negative, it's that sort of fearful, can't be bothered mindset will get you nowhere. But the ones who are very dedicated, they'll be like, yeah, I can't wait to get the ebook. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to sign my newsletter up. I want to receive the email from Johnny. I want to go out. I want to approach. They're the ones who are going to get results versus the ones who are like, oh, I'm kind of not sure. In that kind of can't be bothered attitude, worst attitude a man can ever have is I can't be bothered. Don't complain then. Don't complain that life's hard. Don't complain that women are difficult, because it's you that creates it. I'm not going to answer questions. I've said it before. I don't get involved in gossip, in comparing other coaches or who's better. I've got no interest in that. My interest is what I'm doing now, is teaching, is being myself, inspiring other people. I have no interest in answering it. I'm not going to answer it. So moving forward, we're going to end this live stream in the next couple of minutes. It's been really good. I really enjoyed doing these. So that was really just to give you a bit of insight into what's coming out in the free book. And I gave you a lot of tips today. There's enough tips I gave today that can get you success. So why don't you change your mindset and take action, and then you're going to see the success that you're going to get. So subscribe to the channel. I'm going to end it here, guys. I feel like it's enough. We've just hit the hour mark. So if you want to get this new ebook, get on my mailing list, sign up at www.johnnyberba.com. And I hope you enjoy my videos, and I hope for your sake that you go out and change your mindset and face your fears and gain confidence and enjoy your life. So enjoy the process. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.